kindergarten and first grade demo.
Okay, guys,
Collaging like Eric
Carl.
Carle.
With you. I videotaped this 3 different times, and 2 different times I miraculously somehow lost it, deleted it, thinking it was my big kid artwork that was already done. So we're going to try this one more time. It's going to be perfect. Everything's going to be great. I missed you guys so much. All right, let's do this.
All right, so here are 2 examples, but I'm going to show you how to do what you need. You might need a newspaper or some other type of piece of paper, a magazine. Please don't ask Mom, Dad to buy you one. You could use your old color paper that we did for our project, or get a plain piece of paper and some crayons, and you can color it. Again, if you have to pause this because I'm going too fast, just go ahead and do that. Right now, I am coloring the newspaper. I'm coloring it green because I want to add some lettuce to my hamburger. Now, I don't have my thumbnail sketches with me, but I did a hamburger and a hot dog. So here, I'm going to be creating the hamburger because that's the one I starred. So my lettuce looks a little wonky, but I'm going to get my scissors. You're going to need scissors, glue, and a writing implement. Notice how I turn my paper, not my scissors. Also, right now, I'm just going to making a very large cutout. That way I can use my smaller one and just do smaller snips. And again, when I cut, my thumb should be facing the ceiling, and I open wide and close. I turn it whenever I need to, or I come in at a different angle. I'm going to just put my lettuce to the side because I won't need that right away. I need my white piece of paper so that I can glue it onto when I'm all finished. Now, if you notice, I've already cut some stuff out of this paper, and this was the first project that we did. If you don't have this paper, that's okay. Any color piece of paper, newspaper, or any color paper that you have will do, okay? If you want to color a piece of flimsy drawing paper, go for it. So whatever works. I'm using my glue now. I'm doing dots of glue, not lots of glue. And if you need to rub it with your finger, you can do that too. I just pop it down on my white paper. And now I'm going to put some glue on the back of my lettuce, my newspaper that I used. And again, you may want to find maybe green, maybe it'll be green grass, who knows? And you could cut that out of a magazine to use for your lettuce. Again, you don't have to do a hamburger. Mrs. Brenlinger is just doing a hamburger because that was one of her choices. I did see some friends did some pizza. Pizza's good. I love pizza. I had some other friends do fruits and vegetables. Being very healthy. I love it. At the end of this, you will see some other foods that I have. Just ideas for you guys. But this is 3 different demonstrations. The first demonstration, like I'm showing here, is the hamburger. And I'm using a variety of different papers to make my hamburger. Now, I need to do the top of my bun, so I'm just going to use some yellow paper, and I'm going to make a big hill or a half circle. And then I just cut that out, and I'll glue it on. Now, if you want to cut out eyes, nose, mouth, you can do that too, but that is a little bit trickier. I do make my bigger kids do that. I'm not going to make you guys do it unless you'd like to. If you have googly eyes at home, they could be really fun to put on this. I have a 2nd grader who loves googly eyes. So there's my hamburger, but let's dress it up a little bit. We're going to put some eyes on it because remember, we made food faces. So again, you might want to check out those thumbnail sketches you did last week. It could help you out a little bit. And I put his nose up top because I think the lettuce kind of looks like a mustache. What do you think? Now, I'm also downright he's saying yum, which is kind of silly for the hamburger to be saying yum, right? But he's saying yum, and notice how I write the words first, and then I put my bubble around it. I always put my horizon line in the background so it doesn't look like the hot hamburger is just floating in outer space. And the hamburger is sitting on a plate. That is what those two ovals are. And maybe we're going to put a window in here. What do you think? Yeah, let's go ahead and put a window in. Very nice. And that's one project. Let me show you the other. I'm hoping this picks up where I left off. I'm showing you the other hamburger. Looks like my computer was out of memory, so I'm really hoping that this continues. And I decided, oh, let's draw a cup. The only thing is my cup is glass and it's see-through. I can see right through it. So I decided to put some, so there's some juice. And here are two of my examples now, two different hamburgers. You notice that the first one I did on that first project that we did of the watercolors project with all of the shapes. So this hamburger looks a little goofy because it's all different colors. And I was afraid that you wouldn't be able to understand it and it would get a little confusing. So that's why I made that other hamburger for you guys. I thought that would help you guys out just a little bit. So here I am trying to put this together to the best of my ability. And I'm going to fast forward to this a little bit. And here I drew a face on it once it was all glued together. Now the other option, if you don't have scissors, if you're having problems, maybe you have your color paper, but maybe you don't. So you want to get a piece of drawing paper and just color some shapes on it. Then on top of that, you can draw your ideas or your idea, your food face from last week on it. And I'm using a marker, but you can use a pencil or a crayon or whatever writing implement you have. And I'm just drawing right on top of that shape paper. And again, I'm doing the hamburger. So I do my little designs and I start to make his face or her face. And I'm going to fast forward this just a little bit. And now you'll notice that I also drew some arms on her and some high heels. Yep, this hamburger is styling. I also am adding a little bit of value or stripes to the burger or the meat part of the burger. So that way you can kind of tell the difference between some of the different things. And here are two of my examples side by side, just so you can see the difference between a collage and not. Here are some collages, and you'll notice that some of these are magazine, some of these are drawings. So I want you to think about your collage when you do it. Thank you.